So I get asked a lot, what's the best way to get level 5 hyperchrome? Or people ask me why they can't get a hyperchrome at all. So today I'll be showing you the best tips to get hyperchromes. One of the most important tips is to trade. Trading is the fastest way to grind hyperchromes. This may sound stupid, but a level 1 hyperchrome is less than 1 million. Grinding 1 million is way easier than getting level 1 hyperchrome. You can get 1 million just under 4 hours. So use this to your advantage and trade for hyperchromes. Don't waste your time grinding for level 1s and get a head start. It's actually really worth it. It's definitely worth not grinding a level 1. There's so many level 1s that you can just trade for one easily. You can even trade for level 2s or 3s if you wanted to. So make sure you use your time efficiently, as trading for hyperchromes give you a massive head start. Another useful tip is focusing on the hyperchromes you are going for. You can't be at every store at once, so know which stores to prioritize over others. For example, it's hard to rob Tilmer Museum if you're a solo player, so you should focus on the single robberies that you can actually do, and prioritize the robbery that you have the highest level for. Each level 5 will get easier once you get it. Know which hyperchromes you can and cannot get, and you'll see the progress for the hyperchrome you are going for. A very useful tip is to not die. This tip might seem obvious or stupid, but it's actually arguably the most important tip. The better you get surviving, the more robberies you'll eventually get. Each time you die, that's one robbery you wasted. It may seem like a no big deal, but if you saved yourself dying 100 times, that's 100 robberies potentially missed. And it's very easy to die a lot, so don't let those deaths rack up. Use those deaths to know how to not die next time. For example, I got a level 5 casino after almost dying. This bug almost killed me, but I somehow got out and got a level 5 from it. So imagine if I died there. I might have not gotten a level 5 pink at all. Another very useful tip is to not get arrested. Wow, that's as stupid, obvious, and useful as the last tip. But getting arrested is a fate worse than dying. Cops are your biggest enemy, and avoiding them stopping you is a part of getting hyperchromes in the game itself. I've been arrested countless times. Not also do you waste a minute, it kills all momentum you had. You lose the rhythm of robbing, and you also feel weak. You will lose your only access to the bank hyperchrome if you can't deal with cops. But I learned from my mistakes and know how to stomp them now. They may have ruined me in the past, but I've become an unstoppable force now. I've learned many tricks to stop bank busts and even camping. I've gotten so fast at robbing that I can rob stores faster than cops can get to robberies. Being good at PvP is essential to grind hyperchromes. Possibly the most important tip is mastering the robbery. You need to know every trick and glitch to the robbery itself. Knowing this will allow you to rob it faster and close stores faster. Anything that helps you do it more consistently will help. Do you deserve a level 5 if you can barely rob it? Mastering the robbery is important, because then you should truly deserve what you're going for. And the most important tip of them all is patience. You won't get a level 5 instantly, even if you get unlucky it will take a while. So don't be mad if you don't get a hyperchrome right away. You'll be one off a lot more times than you think. You'll get the most unlucky rolls too. Just know I've been there too. It will happen to all of us. But I didn't give up, because I knew one day I was gonna get it. So let's be a lesson that patience is the most important thing. You may be unlucky, but you also might be extremely lucky. I was able to get a level 5 hyperchrome in just under 500 robberies. It was the first one ever created. But sometimes you will get very unlucky with robberies. You will have to hit the pity for all of them, just like what I did with power plant. I thought I was gonna get lucky with it too, but it took me only 500 robbies just for level 2. And I went a full month without even one hyperchrome. Just note that there's highs and lows to it. You either get very lucky or very unlucky. People call me the luckiest player, but that's not the case. I've been through the lowest of lows. One off a stack of 2. And that's not even the worst of them all. I'm passed by another stack of 2. And despite all of this, I've done some crazy things. Things with extremely low odds. Things that seem almost impossible. Things that nobody has ever seen before. So what can explain all of this? Well, it's patience. Because everybody gets lucky eventually. And those who deserve it the most will eventually get it.